Hello, everyone. Welcome to my 123rd live stream. This is your host, Brian Akeem, the one and only. We are going to be talking about. Uh, Something was just bothering me. But guys, the stream is. So this is the stream. We are going to be talking about the walking. Sorry again, something bothered me. Um, we're going to be talking about the Walking Dead episode, season 11, episode 21, Outpost 22, which that's kind of interesting. Hey Joshua, glad you can make it. Um, hope, man, darn it, stream health poor. Yeah, guys, there might be streaming issues. Hopefully there aren't, but yeah, if there are, I do apologize. I don't know why my stream is being like this. Hold on. YouTube is not receiving. That doesn't make any sense. Normally it does a great job. Wait, that's the wrong image. Sorry about that. Just give me a second while I replace the image. If you guys are hearing me, I do apologize. Once again, I think I'm having technical issues. I don't understand how this is happening. It makes no sense because my computer literally said it was fine. Yeah, so if you guys can hear me, I just want to say this episode was actually pretty good. I did have some flaws with it, but overall, this was a lot better than last week's. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to explain why I think this was a better episode than episode 20, which I couldn't stand. I think episode 20 was one of the worst episodes, not only in season 11, but that we've had in a long time. Drop the frames live. Yeah, hold on, guys. I'm gonna try and open the chat. I don't understand why my computer is being like this. I mean, my connection is good. Everything's good. I don't understand why it's doing this. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, just ask them. And when the stream comes back or whatever is happening ends, I will answer your guys' questions. So, hold on. Why is your mic still messing up? I have no idea. Did you enjoy the episode, Brian? I did. I definitely did. It had some issues, but I did like it. Do you think this episode was overhyped too, like episode 19 and 20? I mean, that depends. I think it was decent. I don't know if it was overhyped per se. One second, guys. Okay. Okay, yeah. Hey, Brian, I respect your opinion on episode 20. Well, thank you, Epic. I respect yours. Walker Dead says 3 episodes left, and that's The Walking Dead TV series main show is over. I can't believe it. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Walker Dead. I don't know how they're gonna wrap it up. I mean, this is a lot of episodes and stuff. I don't know how they're gonna do it, honestly. I mean, not episodes. It's a lot of story they have to wrap up, so I don't know how they're gonna do it. Let's see, image. Hey, Epic.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, so what'd you think about episode 21? Yes, remove image.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Well, that's kind of what this stream is about. So, it's gonna be kind of maybe you're gonna be kind of a little bit confused, probably, but you know why I didn't like episode 20, right? Hey Brian, never mind. Fun fact about me, I'm a big fan of JDM and Lauren Cohan. Oh, I am too. They're great actors. I just don't, with the Negan and Maggie show, I'm not gonna watch it, like, I don't want to, because I just don't get the point of Maggie and Negan going to New York. It's just, to me, like, I don't know, it's just, I feel like the characters would never do that, in my personal opinion. Negan. Alright, so let's stretch out this image a little bit. Alright.
How do you feel about episode 21 now?
Much better. A little slow, but I think overall the writing was better and the pacing. I mean, it was slow, but like the way the action was and the way things happened in the story kind of made sense to me, more than last week. So I did like that. Joshua says, Fear the Walking Dead Season 8 is going to have a time skip according to the filming pictures of Sherry and Morgan. Interesting, Joshua. So, how is there going to be a time skip? Because isn't Charlie dying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, isn't she on the verge of death? So did they kill Charlie off screen? Walker Dead says, Fear the Walking Dead is doomed. And again, there's no saving the show. I agree, Walker Dead. I don't think a season 8 is going to save the show. I really don't. Oh, you say we should have gotten Dave Erickson's vision of Fear the Walking Dead season 4, honestly. Yeah, we should have. Would have been better than Ian and Andy's, oh no, I'm sorry, Dumber and Dumber's version. Absolutely. So, YouTube is not. Yeah, also guys, if you experience buffering, I just want to apologize. Like, absolutely, because I don't know what's going on. Like, my stream is not giving me any issue. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, my stream is, like, it said excellent, and I did the updates. I don't know why it's giving me issues, but yeah. No, she's still alive. See, that doesn't make any sense, Joshua. Like, I know I said I don't care about Fear the Walking Dead, but they literally established that Charlie was gonna die. I mean, even June said in season 7 she doesn't have much time. Then they're going to do a time skip. They're literally retconning everything in that show. I'm so glad I gave up on it. Once again, Fear is not going to kill off anyone, just like they always don't. Wait, hold on. Epic says, oh yeah, Epic, you say AKA Fear trash. No, she's still alive. Another time skip, Fear. Enough with the time jumps already. Oh, hey, Henry. It says, Annie is definitely dying in episode 22. I think it's possible, Henry, that Annie dies. But I feel like it's too obvious, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like Annie. The thing about The Walking Dead is they're kind of not really killing off anyone, so I kind of feel like they're probably not going to do that, but they might. Epic, you say, hey Brian, Fear the Walking Dead is a trash heap. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Yeah. So fun fact, guys. Now it says the stream health is excellent. So we shall see what's going on. I was gonna stream the episode like visually for you guys. But I don't want to get buffering or issues, so I'm gonna save it more towards the end, I guess, or something like. But yeah, overall, oh, hold on. Joshua says at least it's normal daytime again, not yellow smoke radiation. So season 8 is gonna like season 6 was. Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah. Go ahead, man. I was reading the chat, so it was a while.
So, like, how do you feel that 11C has really been depicting the Commonwealth as like evil? How do you feel about that?
I think it's fine in a way. I think they're doing it too much, sort of. Like, this is one of the things that episode 21 fixes. They have a Commonwealth soldier that actually shows some humanity. And I just think it's a little bit ridiculous how you could have so many Commonwealth soldiers just being okay, following orders, this and that. It's like, it doesn't make sense to me because I'm like, okay, realistically, these guys were trained by Mercer, so they would have somewhat of his personality. But like, it just seemed like the show was showing, no, most Commonwealth soldiers are evil. But it's like, that's not really true. And the thing is, these Commonwealth soldiers are going to be on our side against the CRM. So you kind of need to show that they're not all evil. You know what I mean? But I think the show after episode 21, they're kind of showing a healthy mix now. But I definitely think that they're kind of leaning too much on the evil side. Um, but like,
Like, I mean, like that is one thing I didn't like about episode 20. It was kind of ridiculous how you before Lance died, like Lance and Carol, all of a sudden they get ambushed by a bunch of Commonwealth soldiers, and then Daryl comes out of nowhere, mows down all the Commonwealth. Like that didn't make any sense to me.
yeah. Hold on, Epic. I need to read the chat. Walker Dead says, my honest opinion, Annie Negan's new wife is pointless in the Walking Dead TV series main show. We shall see Walker Dead. I feel like there's, who knows, maybe they just having Negan have a kid because legacy character. I prefer the Walking Dead, I prefer the Commonwealth in the Walking Dead comics, honestly. Visually, I prefer the comics, Commonwealth. But in terms of story, which one's more exciting, kind of? I think the show version just slightly because we're getting some CRM stuff and some of the characters in the Commonwealth's better, like Mercer. What episode do you think Pamela is dying? Also, do you think it's gonna kill? Do you think it's gonna kill her? Do you think there's a chance she dies in episode 22 to surprise people? Great question, Henry. I don't think Pamela's dying in episode 22. That is way too soon. I think Pamela is. I think she's going to be in prison for the rest of her life, like Sebastian. I think that's going to happen. I don't see the show killing her off. Joshua says, "Are you sad? There's only 3 episodes left." Yes and no, Joshua. Great question. I'm sad that there's only 3 episodes left, and there's so much more story they have to tell. They got to set up the spin-offs. They got to deal with the whole missing people thing, the CRM. They got to find out Rick's alive. They got to overthrow Pamela. They need to, find the characters who are missing. There's just so much they have to do, and so that part I'm sad on because I'm like, there's not enough episodes left for that much story to, be filled. And Oceanside. We got to find out what happened to Oceanside. Walker Dead says, my theory is that Pamela gets Sebastian's comic book ending in TV series, but who knows? I agree, Walker Dead. I think Pamela's going to be imprisoned. Henry says, we still haven't seen that scene in the Comic-Con trailer where Pamela's screaming with blood on her face. We're going to get that in I think we're going to get that in the beginning of episode 23, Henry. Daryl and them, after they take back Alexandria, they're going to crash Eugene's trial, and they're going to kill people, like Pamela's guards and stuff, and that's what's going to happen. Henry says, I'm not going to lie, I prefer Lance 100%, but Pamela's honestly really threatening and creepy, despite being a 60-year-old woman, lol. Yeah, Pamela is creepy. Like, Lance is creepy, but here's the thing. Show Lance is amazing. Like, the actor, everything, way better than the comic. Pamela, though, she was a better person in the comic, but the actress is doing a really good job, and she is creepy, too. It's pretty obvious who she's kind of based off of, Joshua says, will you do a top 10 best episodes of season 11 video after the season's over? I might, Joshua. That is a good question. I might do that. I will have a lot more free time after the Walking Dead main show's over. There's no sighting of Walker Lance this episode. Yeah, I think they're saving that for another episode, Henry. Epic says, hey Brian, do you think it was ridiculous when Daryl killed that group of Commonwealth soldiers in episode 20? Oh, you mean at nighttime, Epic? Do you mean at nighttime?
Yeah, I do. You know, the ones that ambush Carol and Lance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
kind of, because those soldiers just came out of nowhere. Um, and I get they heard the noise, but here's the thing: Daryl was under the jeep. He was riding under the jeep with his crossbow, with his gun, and I'm just like, what? Daryl Spider-Man now? How did he hang on onto the underside of a jeep? I'm just like, I don't know, like that to me was like stretching it. Walker Dead says, to be fair, we lost Sebastian and Lance, and oh man, why was your message retracted, Walker Dead? I wanted to see it. Um, yeah, we did lose Lance and Sebastian, Walker Dead, but the thing is with Pamela, she is a politician, and some people still like her as a leader in the Commonwealth. So if they kill her, it's not going to look good if Ezekiel becomes the leader. You know what I mean? Um, let's see. Joshua says, opinion on the promo for episode 22, Faith. It looks awesome, Joshua. I'm excited. I want to see Negan and Ezekiel prison break out of the camp. I want to see Oceanside. I want to see the trial. I want to see the taking back Alexandria. Um, yeah.
Dog.
Yeah, and Dog. I don't think we're gonna see Dog though. Dog is this is weird, Epic. Like in episode 20, they had Daryl say they even took Dog, and I'm just like, oh yeah, AMC. I know you had that line, Norman Reedus say that line because you couldn't get Dog. Why would the Commonwealth kidnap a dog? Like, come on, like it's just silly. Like you're telling me that as Daryl and Dog were being kidnapped, that they took Dog and then just ran out of that place as Daryl was fighting those other two guys? It just seems so stupid. Like, you know, they did that because they didn't want to get the actor for Dog back. I hated that part. That was lazy.
I'm just saying, Dog. He better appear in one of these episodes before the show. He better.
I feel like they're saving him for the finale, honestly, Epic. I feel like they're saving him for the finale, just to be like, Game of Thrones did that too. Fun fact, Epic. Game of Thrones had Jon Snow's, his dire wolf ghost. They had him missing for several episodes, and then they just showed him in the very last episode, or not very last episode. Well, yeah, in the last episode of the series, but like in an episode before that too, just to show like, oh no, he's still there. But he had like 2 seconds of screen time just to show people, yeah, he's there. It's just that they didn't have him do anything because, a dog, kind of thing. Walker Dead says, kidnap dog Scott Rachel from Oceanside off screen. Like, really? CRM. Here's the thing, Walker Dead. I hope Scott and Rachel got taken to the CRM. I don't care about them. They could die. They could be test subjects. I don't care. Dog, though? No. They will not touch Dog. Even the CRM is like, oh, no, we're not going to experiment on a dog. We're not that stupid. Henry says, I think Maggie's going to kill Pamela. We see Negan giving Maggie encouragement to do it in the trailer. Oh, yeah, that's going to be... I think that's next episode, honestly. He says, and Maggie and Pamela had that scene together in episode 12. That's a good point, Henry. But the thing is, I don't know if Maggie is going to kill Pamela because... Maggie, we don't see shots of Maggie in the Commonwealth after they take back Alexandria. Epic says, hey Brian, do you consider Dog the Walking Dead version of Ghost? Absolutely, Epic. It's pretty obvious that Jon Snow and Daryl are like kind of the same character. They're both stubborn guys who defend others and don't really try to have a relationship on their own, but they also don't want to become a leader. They just want to like help people and this and that. So yeah, it's kind of similar. Okay, so this episode, what did I like about it? Well, there was a lot in this episode. We had Maggie and Gabriel, Rosita escaping, and this is an interesting thing. So apparently, Gabriel and Rosita are no longer dating. I think I looked it up in the insider of the episode. I think Angela King said that Gabriel and Rosita, even though they're broken up, they still care about each other. And I'm just thinking like, wait, when did they break up? I thought they were together again. Like, I thought Gabriel and Rosita were together, then they broke up. And then now all of a sudden, I heard like several episodes prior, like, oh no, someone told me they're still together. And now I hear, no, they're broken up. And I'm like, okay, which one is it? It's kind of confusing. Honestly, AMC never should have done this relationship with Gabriel and Rosita. It's just confusing. Um,
Me personally, AMC, they've been very lazy lately.
yeah, I do agree. It's just, here's the thing though. I like what they're doing. Here's the thing. I am in a way enjoying what I'm seeing. But the thing is, this is not a normal season of The Walking Dead. This is the final season. I want to see dozens of Commonwealth soldiers. I want to see a herd of thousands of zombies. I want to see explosions. I want to see massive stuff in the final, episodes of the show. They gotta go out big. Do you know what I mean? So like, I see what they're doing in the show, but it's just weird to me. Like, in this episode, Epic, we have here's one flaw I have with this episode though, episode 21. We don't see Magna, we don't see Princess, we don't see Oceanside. Like, we see Negan, Ezekiel, and Kelly in the work camp, clearing the railroad tracks. And I'm like, wait a minute, where are the people from the kingdom, like Diane? Where's Jerry's wife? Where are the kids? And I can maybe think that, okay, maybe the kids are in Alexandria. That's where the Commonwealth took them, because even the Commonwealth's like, no, we're not going to make kids work. I can accept that. But where is Princess, Magna, Luke? Like, just so many questions I have.
Well, we saw Connie in episode 20 briefly.
Yeah, fun fact, in this episode, we see Connie again, and the Commonwealth were going to do something very pig with her. Like, I don't know if you want me to tell you, but the Commonwealth were about to do something to Connie this episode. But let's just say Daryl had a few words about that.
Seriously, how could you do something? I'm guessing it was bad. Like, how could you do something bad to a deaf person?
You mean Sebastian? Like
no, Connie. Connie, because she's a deaf. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Pamela doesn't like her because Connie exposed her uncle before the apocalypse to like massive corruption, and then she helped expose her. So it's just, Pamela just wants to get Connie out of the way more than some of the other people from the group.
But she's still disabled.
I know, but Pamela, that's the thing. See, she's a politician. They don't care about disabled people. They don't care about this, that. All they care about is their power. It's simple as that. The Walking Dead is just trying to portray politicians accurately. Walker Dead says, Gabriel and Rosita broke off screen. Wow, what a pointless relationship. I agree. They never should have done that relationship. I don't get the point of it. I know, but it could have been done better, honestly. Honestly, everything could have been done better in a way. But I still liked episode 21. Henry says, Brian, I think we will get Oceanside's fate in episode 22 because Luke was spotted in one of the last episodes. So clearly Aaron's group will find Oceanside dead and Luke will be the lone survivor. That is interesting, Henry, because like Luke is like the only guy in Oceanside. So I find that funny how he goes into a community of all women and then he's the last survivor. I don't know. I just find that funny. But honestly, that kind of annoys me too, because I don't want Luke to survive. I want him dead. He should be dead too. The character does not deserve a happy ending because he has not been around. He's not done anything. And someone from this group has to die. Sorry. Go ahead, Epic. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, like me personally, I'm hoping Luke's girlfriend Jules is one of the dead bodies because her character is just like, who cares?
I really don't get the point of that relationship, Epic. It just seemed like, hey, let's give Luke a girlfriend. He's a brand new character. He was barely introduced. He didn't do anything. Give him a girlfriend, a happy ending. I'm sorry, but I have to be fair. Only people that get a happy ending in The Walking Dead, they should be characters that deserve it. They should be characters
No,
it's
just his girlfriend Jules, like, she appeared like in season 10, episode 1, and then we didn't see her again until season 10, episode 16.
Yeah. I honestly don't get the point of it, Epic. Like, AMC just introduces a character and then does nothing with them. Let's see.
Yeah.
Henry says, "I didn't realize Ezekiel hated Negan so much." LOL. Yeah, that's funny, Henry. Because normally Ezekiel is a forgiving person, but it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, did Negan do anything to Ezekiel personally? No, not really. But it's one of those things
Well, I
where,
mean, I guess in a way you can say his saviors were responsible for the death of Ezekiel's entire army and Shiva. But
yeah. Well, here's the thing though. For Shiva, I cannot blame that on Negan. That was Scott Gimple and the zombies and the stupid writing. I honestly, I don't blame Shiva's death on Negan. I mean, if Shiva was killed by Ezekiel's people that turned into zombies, and she was injured from one of the saviors or something, then it could be like, okay, yeah, Negan is partially responsible. But Shiva was killed by radioactive zombies in a ditch, so I feel like Negan cannot be blamed for that. I really feel like that's not fair. And trust me, I still partially hate Negan for killing Glenn. I will never forgive him, but I can't really blame Negan for Shiva's death. I feel like that's stretching it. Henry says,
what about his army though?
yeah, his army, that is, in a way, is Negan's partial fault. Yeah, I agree with that. Henry says they're both politicians from the same state, Ohio, so it makes sense. Yeah, it does. Walker Dead says Father Gabriel, Lydia, and Luke should have died back in Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 16, and Ezekiel and Connie should have been Pike victims in the Walking Dead main show. I mean, to be fair, Walker Dead, I do kind of disagree with that. I do think, yes, Father Gabriel should have died. Lydia, I'm not sure of. I'm really not sure of. Because I think it would be cool to have one Whisper character still alive. Luke, oh yeah, he should have been a Pike victim. 100%. Ezekiel, I think so too. I don't really get what they're doing with him, other than he's going to be giving speeches to people and stuff. Connie, I disagree. I really like Connie. I know she's kind of underused, but I want to see more of her. Henry says Gabriel probably should have gotten killed by Pope in episode 8 or 9. He definitely should have gotten killed, Henry. I don't know when, but yeah. Respect your opinion.
Like me personally, one thing I don't know why, but one thing I don't like is how Jerry and Ezekiel have not had a single scene together this entire half.
Yeah, this entire half, but they had a scene in 11B. Joshua says, Brian, don't you think you're overreacting on 11C? What do you mean, Joshua? Like, please give me an example. Because, to be fair, I think I'm being kind of fair. I have found 11C decent, enjoyable in several moments, but this is the final arc of the Walking Dead main show, and I just feel like the show... Here's the thing, the show's budget is killing it, and not seeing more characters every episode, it's really hurting it, and I just don't want a bad ending. I want The Walking Dead to end great, but I see episodes like 20, and I'm like, this was terrible. And I'm just trying to give my honest opinion. He's not overreacting, give his honest opinions. Let's see. Thank you. Didn't Shiva die in the same way in the comics, though? I mean, sort of, Henry. Here's the thing. In the comics, Shiva was killed by random zombies, giving Ezekiel a chance to escape. But in the show, Ezekiel tried to sacrifice himself. So if you think about it, the show made it like it's Ezekiel's fault Shiva died, because Ezekiel wanted to die by those walkers. He said to leave him behind, and then Shiva came to save him. So in the comic, Shiva died by random zombies, but in the show, it kind of made Ezekiel's fault because he wanted to die, and Shiva wouldn't allow that. Lydia is absolutely pointless in The Walking Dead show, in my honest opinion. You complain too much about deaths and dumb writing. Okay, well, Joshua, with dumb writing, I have to complain about that, because you can't enjoy a story if the writing is dumb. Like episode 20, the writing was dumb there because characters were just teleporting. Lance knew about the CRM but still tried to kill Daryl and Carol. That just didn't make sense. As far as deaths, here's the thing. We still have characters like Scott, like Luke, you know what I mean? And like Diane, like they haven't done anything with those characters. So I'm like, why couldn't they have just killed them off? Like, I don't understand. For deaths, I don't think the show has done any bad deaths With season 11 exactly. I think season 11 has. I just think they're doing too little deaths. You know what I mean? I kind of want more deaths, is what I'm saying. And it makes sense. This is the final season, you know? I feel like I'm being fair. Uh, Jared did have a scene. Yep, they did. I don't get why they killed Sadiq. He had a storyline with Carl and then got spared by Alpha from the Pikes and then he just killed 7 episodes later. Yeah, I don't know, Henry. To be fair, I was okay with Sadiq's death because I'm like, I don't care about his character. I just see him as the guy who's not Carl, sadly. I will say Gabriel killing Dante was a great scene. I agree. That was a good scene. Walker Dead Phoenix, he's just giving all his opinions. Yep. Hey, Brian, Fear the Walking Dead Season 7 had loads amount of dumb writing. Oh, absolutely epic. That's why I quit the show. I had to quit in Season 7 because I just couldn't stand the writing. Josh says, sorry, Brian, I forgot sometimes you're giving honest opinions. Please don't hate me. I should be nice to you. No worries, Josh. Josh, you're forgiven. It's fine. Here's the thing. If you don't understand my opinion, that's perfectly fine. My channel is not like other channels where, you know, people call each other names, or they say, oh, you're a hater, or you love anything Walking Dead. Like, we are open to talking about this. If you love everything with Season 11C, I'm glad for you. I just, me personally, I can't love everything about 11C because I just want, you know, a couple more deaths here and there to spice things up because we know so many characters are safe. And, you know, a few writing moments here and there and the budget. The budget is killing the show. But I think with the actors and everything and what they're building towards, I do like what they're going where they're going with it so far. I do like that.
Yo, what goes down, everybody? Not to cut nobody off. I'm just letting everybody know I'm here.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, Epic?
Like, me personally, I'm the kind of fan where, I'm the kind of fan where, I try to, I try to still enjoy season 11, but I also, try to, point out flaws and mistakes, and that's type of fan I am.
Yeah, again, not to cut nobody off here. Again, we're not trying to be rude. We're trying to give our honest thoughts and opinions on some things that could have been handled better. And again, that doesn't mean we're trying to hate on this half. That doesn't mean anything. I'm like, sure, people like us, we do give our honest thoughts and opinions on some stuff, but that doesn't mean we're hating the half. I just wanted to point that out. I will admit this. I will say this in regards to season 11C. With season 11 episode 18, I did enjoy that episode. The episode where Sebastian died, I did enjoy that episode because that episode gave us more with the Commonwealth in the show. And I will admit that part was interesting because it showed us what the Commonwealth was somewhat about in the show, where we do see these innocent, civilians living in the Commonwealth just trying to live their lives. I did like that. It felt like, I don't know, in a weird way, it felt like something from the comics where we did see that in the comics, but it's in the show, but in a different way. I did enjoy that.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Who do you think should play? Oh yeah, we lost Alden, Sebastian, Lance. Only big deaths of season 11. Yeah. That's what I mean, Henry. This is the final season, and we only lost 2 new characters and 1 character who was very minor. And I'm just thinking, I just feel like we could have lost some more. First off, we didn't lose anyone notable besides Alden. We didn't lose anyone of note to the Reapers, and we still have not really lost anyone to the Commonwealth. And I'm just thinking, okay, I just really think we need a death because we know Carol's safe, we know Daryl's safe, the kids are safe, Negan, Maggie are safe. You know what I mean? It's yeah. Who do you think should play General Beale in one of the spin-offs? You're talking about the Rick and Michonne show, right? Great question. I don't know. Who do you guys think? Who should play General Beale? Mason's
General
father.
Beale. I mean, again, not to interrupt. I don't know. I feel like if I was casting an actor to play the character, maybe. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I want to say a movie actor, but here's the thing: I don't really know. I don't know, if I was to take just one guess, maybe Gary Oldman. He's a good actor. Maybe he could play General Beale, even if it is just for a few episodes. I mean, it's possible. I mean, I don't know. Again, I'm just giving my theories.
Yeah. I will say I can't name anyone now, Henry, because I'm not good with like remembering actors and stuff. But here's one thing I will say: it needs to be a minor actor, like not super minor ish. Like you know what I mean? Like it's got to be something like JDM, where he's not like super famous. Um, because here's the thing. I don't want something like, oh, The Walking Dead, we get The Rock or something. Here's the thing, because General Beale has to be the main antagonist for the Rick and Michonne show, and he needs to be in like almost every episode. He's introduced, and then after eventually when he dies. So I feel like it needs to be someone who's loyal. This is one requirement. He has to be good, great actor, and loyal. Like he's got to play this military monster. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like he's just a cold-hearted, not sociopath, but just Charles, the actor who played Tywin from Game of Thrones, like a younger version of him would be perfect. Like you need a guy who's a father, but he puts his work above his children and anything else in his life, but you don't really hate him because he's so charismatic. You're like, oh, I hate this guy. He's evil. He's a villain. He's done horrible things, but he's so intelligent and charismatic and smart, and he makes sense. And it's just like you need someone like that. I mean, this casting, it's got to be perfect for General Beale.
So you mean someone like the governor?
Kind of, yeah. Someone who is not super famous, like when they're introduced, but someone who can play that role very well.
No, it's just like the way you describe the character. It kind of reminded me of the governor a bit.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he is kind of like a governor character if you think about it. Where he's keeping things secret, that he's a monster, and that he has a child and this and that. The difference is though, General Beale, the governor, he didn't really care about his people per se. He didn't really care per se if they lived or died technically. But General Beale, I would say he does care about the Civic Republic surviving. He does care about that. So yeah. Let's see. The Commonwealth soldier hitting Negan was infuriating. Yeah, it was. Like this is what I'm talking about. I'm like, okay, seriously, like what is up with these Commonwealth soldiers being jerks? Like seriously. All he asked was if his wife is okay. It's like, are you? Oh my goodness. When I saw that, when he hit Negan in the head, I'm like, oh boy, you are gonna die first. Next episode, you're gonna die. And oh my goodness, like you know what I mean? You do not just hit Negan and just live very long. Like you know what I mean? Like you're just not.
Like that. That's what I was getting at, and that's what I was getting at earlier. Like they're making the Commonwealth, especially in 11C, way more evil than they were in the comics.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, I kind of understand that because in the comics there was no villain, I guess you can say. Like people said the Commonwealth arc was boring, but I just think that for some of them it's like, yeah, they're kind of making certain soldiers evil. And I kind of feel like they really got to tone it down because, like I said, it's going to be so weird if the characters live in the Commonwealth by the end of the series. And it's like, oh, hey, we have to join with them to fight the CRM. You know what I mean? It's like, wait a minute, weren't you at war with these guys not long ago? So it's something like that where it's a little bit like a bit of an issue. But yeah, hey, Brian, in my opinion, season 11 is an amazing season, but it's good, not great. Yeah, I agree. I think season 11 is still better than season 10. I think it's better than season 10. Like, season 10 was so... I'm going to be honest. Season 10 was just really boring in a lot of areas. And the writing, doing bottle episodes, like, I just... like, We Are the End of the World, that was just really bad. That's one of the worst Walking Dead episodes ever.
Yeah, well, but unfortunately... But, like, the way you see it, Tales kind of made that episode obsolete.
Yeah, they kind of retconned that, didn't they?
But I mean, like, yeah, season 11. it is better than season 10, but it's not an amazing season.
Yeah. I agree. Okay. You ask, how about Giancarlo Espinotto as General Beale? I looked him up. Henry. I don't. Honestly, in my opinion, I just don't think it will work. Um, like a couple of reasons is one, the actor is I think too old. He's 64. And then also, just pointing this out, but he's supposed to be Mason's father, and you know what I mean. Mason is he's a Caucasian teenager, so there's kind of that, I guess, where it doesn't really match. So yeah, that's just my
And
personal opinion.
also, and also, that actor is probably very expensive now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if they have to get a minor actor to make more money for the Rick and Michonne show so that it has a great budget, great effects, I'm fine with that. Get someone minor for General Beale. I don't care. I don't care if it's someone famous. I don't care. As long as he does a fantastic job for all the episodes he's in and the show is amazing. I don't care how famous the actor is. I don't care. Joshua says, is the Rick and Michonne show the only Walking Dead spinoff you're watching in 2023, Brian? At the moment, I would say yes, Joshua, because I'm not watching Fear. Tales has been canceled. The Nagy show.
You're lying. Wait, hold on. Real quick. Not to cut nobody off. You're telling me Fear just got canceled? When was this?
No. I said Tales was canceled.
Oh.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, it's okay. Yeah, Tales was canceled. Fear, I quit. The Nagy show, I'm tempted to. It depends. I have had thoughts about maybe possibly checking it out. We shall see. For the Daryl show, I have not heard good things about it. So I am not watching it, sadly. Who's your favorite Apocalypse Wives in the Walking Dead main show? I'm not sure, Joshua, because like a lot of the women in the show are widows, so it's kind of hard to say. What's the point of their armor of walkers can rip right through it and people can stab them right through it? Yeah, I agree, Henry. The Commonwealth armor in the show is kind of a joke. No, it's not kind of a joke. It's 100% a joke. Can season 11 beat season 9 for you, Brian? I don't know, Joshua. That is tough. Here's the thing. It depends how they end the Commonwealth arc. It depends if we see Rick, CRM, and it depends if it satisfies me. If these last 3 episodes are amazing, they blow me away. We get CRM, Oceanside, some deaths. We get post-credit scene with Rick, CRM, all that stuff. Judith, like this and that. We get to see all the characters again. We get to see Dog, Connie, Magna, Luke, like everyone. I think it could, honestly. It depends on the ending. Opinion on the ending of the episode. I liked it. Maggie was like, we're gonna get back our home. I thought it was decent. I wish it didn't end though. I felt like it was getting so good. I'm like, episode 21, I'm like, yes, we're gonna take back the home. And then it just ended. I'm like, whoa, dang it. Like, I have to wait next week. Would have been great if Lance lived and got into one of the spinoffs. I agree, Henry. Joshua, you say Tales is not canceled. I mean, there's no confirmation. I will say that, Joshua. But to me, it's canceled because Tales has been over for like a few months now, and they still have not confirmed the season 2. Plus the ratings.
I mean, like, one thing I do know is that Tales is going to be releasing on DVD, Blu-ray in December. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm trying to read the chat. Hey DeRosa, glad you can make it. Joshua, I think Tales is canceled, and to be fair, I have been wrong before, but I'm going with my gut instinct. I'm just saying Tales is canceled. Henry says I like
Brian.
Hold on, Epic. I'm almost done reading the chat. I kind of like Toby too. He was really threatening and cool, even though he was only in 2 episodes. Yeah. The CRM guy in the bus, like the warden, he might not be CRM, but he looks like it. He is going to die in episode 22. I think Negan is going to kill him. I think he's going to be a 2-episode villain. I think Yumiko's brother is going to die. He might. Doctors in the show have a horrible history. DeRosa, you say we really haven't had any deaths. Everyone has plot armor. Yeah, absolutely. Are you disappointed Lance didn't kill anyone? great question, DeRosa. I think it was okay. Now, here's the thing. We still don't know if Lance sold Oceanside to CRM. If he did, I'm good with that. If he didn't, though, if Oceanside's still alive, I'm going to be like, okay, come on. Just kill off Oceanside, kill off that community. Like, Henry says maybe Mercer will finally have enough of everything. He will kill Pamela out of nowhere. Interesting theory, Henry. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Hey, Dan, glad you can make it. Hey, Dan, what's up? We got the Go Dan here. We might find out he killed Oceanside. That's true. That is absolutely true. If he sold Oceanside, I'm good with that. Yeah, go ahead, Epic. You wanted to say something, and now I'm caught up.
No, like, I just wanted to say the biggest problem with season 11 is the budget in this season has been trash.
I mean, there's been a few moments where, here's the thing. I think if I compare it to normal Walking Dead seasons, here's the thing. For a final season, it's trash, the budget. But in terms of a normal Walking Dead, season, it's okay, sort of, But it's definitely, the cast is too big. And here's the thing. Yeah, the budget is trash. But I will say the season, I don't think it's trash. I think season 11 has been pretty good. I've liked a lot of episodes, and I thought a lot of episodes were good. Nice to see you guys too. Love this episode. Yeah, I enjoyed this episode, Dan. I love the Ezekiel and Negan scene. I loved Daryl and Carol getting Connie, saving her from possibly being taken to CRM. Most likely, you know what I mean? It's just there was a lot of good moments, and even Maggie. You guys know I have been ranting about Maggie all season. I liked her in this episode. I'm like, okay, Maggie is once again another episode where she's like, yeah, she's growing on me. She's old Maggie again. I'm like, okay, I like that. I like this. Let's see. They did USA in World War I. They barely did. Oh, yeah. Henry says the warden in charge of the group you said was going to die in 22. Do you think that Negan is killing him with a rock in the trailer? I think so, Henry. They show in the promo Negan talking to the warden, and Negan smiles, and to me that's like, oh yeah. Negan is going to kill him. They put.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, go ahead, Epic.
Well, like, I think one of my biggest problems with the Commonwealth in the show is it's just too small.
Yeah. It's funny. Here's the thing, though. If the Commonwealth in the show had Game of Thrones budget of, hey, 50,000 people, this is how big it is, I would love the season like 10 times more. Like 10 times more. You would hear me loving the season, praising it, because that's a big part of the reason why. And it's, that's some of the, reason why I kind of rant about this season is because the budget and the Commonwealth is supposed to be the best community in the show, and yeah, they kind of ruined it.
Not to cut nobody off. I was just gonna say my apologies for the background noise, my dumb internet. But yeah, if you guys are hearing any background noise, I apologize.
Yeah.
And I think the reason, like, in the episode where Sebastian died, like, why people why people were running around kept getting killed is, again, Commonwealth is way too small.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed episode 18, but I saw those people running in circles and getting eaten. I'm like, oh my goodness, you people are pathetic. There's literally 8 zombies coming from one location. Just run in the opposite direction. It's like, how is everyone getting eaten?
Well, yeah, but again, it just proves the point the Commonwealth is way too small in the show.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. I have to get caught up. They better put in 100 million into the final episode. That would be amazing, DeRosa, but I don't see that happening. I don't think Lance would sell an all-women community to CRM. I don't know, Joshua. I think he probably did. I'm kind of hoping he did, because I never liked Oceanside in the show. They never should have had to be an all-women community. That was weird. It was sexist that they did that. It was just weird to begin with. And they never did anything in the show really that mattered. My favorite part of the season is 11A. That's interesting, DeRosa, because I feel like 11B was better, and you say it was mild. 11C is good. Yeah, I feel like 11C is good. 11C is good so far. I agree with that, Dan. I just think that, to me, I'm thinking like, okay, does 11C have a bigger budget than the 11A and 11B? And I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't think it does. And I'm like, that's sad. I feel like 11C just needs a little bit more money in the budget for those big scenes and stuff. Do you prefer For Blood or Acts of God? I'm not sure, Joshua. Let me look at. Wait, For Blood. Is that. Oh, yeah. I definitely prefer Acts of God, Joshua, because For Blood, I cannot stand the mid-season finale of 11A. Or, the finale of 11A, episode 8. That was a bad episode. I hated that cliffhanger. Daryl being a Reaper, I kind of hated all of that, honestly. It was just dumb. I didn't like it. Henry says the warden might kill Annie. That's possible. That is possible, Henry. But I just don't know if they're going to do that. Because Negan tells Maggie in the morning that it's not going to be over until she's dead. And to me, he doesn't look that upset. So I don't know if Annie is dead. Because I used.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, go ahead, Epic.
I'm wondering, I know there's a scene at some point in this half where, someone is, holding Maggie and she's, crying. I'm wondering when that scene's gonna be coming along. And what happened.
Carol? You mean Carol holding Maggie?
Oh, yeah.
It already happened. It happened in this episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened to, what happened?
Herschel got taken. Taken Liam Neeson style. He got taken. Yeah. So, did you guys like the conversation between Negan and Ezekiel? Yes, I enjoyed that conversation, DeRosa. That was good. Ezekiel's normally a forgiving character, but he's like, I have not forgotten this. And I'm like, that is true. I'm like, we needed this scene between those two characters, those two leaders. Here's the thing. Both Negan and Ezekiel have failed their communities. They lost all their people. Isn't that crazy? Both of them technically have a woman in their life. One is pregnant, probably going to die. And the other, it divorced him. And, it's like, and they both failed their communities. But it's like, now they're coming together. And even though I said, Ezekiel should have died in season 9, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the scene. I'm like, this was a good scene between these two characters. Well deserved.
Well, I mean, technically, it's not Ezekiel's fault why his community fell. I mean, you can technically blame that on Alpha and the Whisperers.
Yeah, but it's like, his community fell, and it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, they really, instead of focusing on the fair and movies and stuff, they really should have focused on, how to keep the community going. Because Henry being the only person to deal with the pipes in the community, that was just not a good idea. That was a bad move. Ezekiel should have been, more careful with that. And, he wasn't, you know what I mean? So he did kind of fail his community. You know what I mean?
But by the way, I know Ezekiel and Negan have a scene is that their first ever scene together?
Oh, yeah. On screen, yeah. The first time those two ever talk or are close to each other, sort of thing. Hold on, guys. I need to read the chat. I'm kind of falling behind. I hope the actor for Lance gets tons of more roles after this. I hope so too, Henry. DeRosa says Commonwealth is basically a bigger Alexandria. Yeah, it is. It's just, it's not supposed to be a bigger Alexandria. It's supposed to be a safer, bigger, more awesome Alexandria. It's supposed to be exactly like the old world. Huge, everything. But it's like, no. The Commonwealth in the show is just one town square. That's it. They use the same buildings. Pamela uses that square and train station for everything. Fun fact, Eugene's trial is going to be in the train station. Do they not have a courthouse? Come on. It's just...
I'm sorry. That's funny. I'm just imagining the scene right now. So Eugene is sitting down in this chair, right? But then we also see two opposite sides. But on the other side, there's Daryl and Rosita and everybody else. And then on the other side, there's Commonwealth soldiers or whatever. Then Pam, I don't know. That's just funny to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Daryl and them, they're gonna crash Eugene's trial big time. They're totally gonna crash the party. We know that's coming. Let's see. We need. Oh yeah. Okay. So Dan says we need a CRM reveal soon though. It's about time. LOL. I agree, Dan.
it's what we got this episode was good. The Commonwealth soldier said that this area they take certain people to, no one ever comes back. And he even said he doesn't really know anything about it. That is, I need more than that, but that gives me hope. You know what I mean? Henry says, Ezekiel giving a speech in 22, he will say, we are not. Oh, so you think he will say we are not the Walking Dead? That's very possible, Henry. That's tricky because I feel like that's a Rick thing, but I feel like he's going to say something close. You know, where like he might say like, we're not dead, we're not this and that, this world is broken, but it doesn't have to be. I think he's going to give a similar speech, but I don't think he's going to say we are not the Walking Dead. But if he does, though, my mind will be blown. DeRosa says, we all know that in the final episode we're getting a massive time skip. There's no way Rick doesn't at least show up in the time skip. I don't know, DeRosa. Me personally, I don't think the show is going to do a time skip. I think the show is going to end a few weeks after the war, and Daryl's just going to ride off on his bike. I think that's going to happen. Would make sense. What do you think of Maggie's reaction to the Kid Walker? Pretty interesting, Joshua. I think Maggie had a good scene there. Although to me, I'm like, wait a minute, is this the first time Maggie has ever seen a Kid Walker? That part's a little bit of a head scratcher because I'm like, Maggie has been in the apocalypse for 11 years.
Only one kid zombie? Huh.
But I did like it. I did like the scene.
Like me personally, one thing I do know is that, you know, at least for the show, it's not getting the same ending the comics did.
Yeah. Absolutely. And oh my goodness, we've been going an hour now almost. Ezekiel got way too cocky during the war. That's true. I already read that. The ending scene of Acts of God, where Lance takes over all communities, flips his coin, was a cool scene. I agree, Henry, it was. It's a shame, though, they only did that scene just for the cliffhanger, because it seems like Oceanside doesn't matter. Here's the thing, though. We know they're going to take back Alexandria. Hilltop, though, I don't know what they're going to do with Hilltop. No one has even mentioned Hilltop. I think Hilltop is just gone forever. DeRosa says, you can't lie, the kingdom was kicking the Sabers until they got cocky. Yeah, they were. And I'm cautioned, 50,000 people. That place looks like it had 1,000 people. Oh, DeRosa, it looked like it had 100, like not even close to 1,000. Henry, you say, wait, was it in the train station? What was what in the train station? I don't get your question, Henry. It's funny because Scott and Virgil are non-existent. Yes, where are Scott and Virgil? Oh my goodness!
Not to cut you off, bro. I was just gonna say, they got kidnapped by the CRM off camera. They got kidnapped.
Honestly, I would love that. Just have somebody say like, "Oh yeah, we sold them to the CRM," and it's like, I would just put my hands together and be like, "Thank you so much," like because like now I can stop wondering about those pointless characters.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, go ahead, Epic.
Like, how do you feel about that? The show not getting the same ending as comics?
To me, I'm kind of annoyed with that, but here's the thing, though. What's done is done. We know Daryl's gonna leave, Maggie and Negan are gonna leave, but here's the thing, though. As long as the Rick and Michonne show ends like the comic, that is all I'm asking for. Give us that final, beautiful, heartwarming ending in the Rick and Michonne show at the end of season 1 or season 2, and then boom, I will be like, okay, maybe the show did not end as good as I wanted to, but if we get like a post-credit scene of Rick and CRM, and then we get Rick's final ending in his show, in the spinoff, I'll be like, okay, that was good. You know what I mean? I'll be satisfied. I will think that was still very good. We will... Okay, Henry says, we will definitely see Lance as a Walker in one of these episodes. I think so too, Henry. I think we will see Walker Lance. Joshua says, I think people are getting used to a new direction of The Walking Dead without Rick. Yeah, but Rick is going to come back, though. Henry says, was the trial actually taking place in the train station? Oh, yeah. Yeah, check the promo. The train station... you recognize it, right? With the tan and the building, you know how the building is with the doors. That's the same place Pamela had the party in episode 10 of season 11. You know what I mean? So Pamela uses the train station for literally everything, all the parties. For the elite. It's where her office is. It's where Lance's office is. And she uses it for the trials too. And it's just like,
Yeah, they use that train station for everything. And to me, I'm just like, that is really cheap. Not just on Pamela, but on the show. Like, seriously. DeRosa says, what about Heath? No one ever talks about him no more. That's because nobody cares about him, DeRosa. His best friend, Scott, didn't care about him. I mean, He's dead, too. I mean, he's been dead for, like, a long time. Like, a decade, so, yeah, we don't care. Joshua says, what's your favorite version of Judith? Season 9, Season 10, or Season 11? Great question, Joshua. To me, Season 10 Judith just, I don't think that does it for me. I think, like, she was underused in Season 10. Either Season 9 or Season 11, but I don't know. I like both. Season 9 and 11. Henry says, why don't you just kill the pointless side characters off so we got some recognizable faces to die, you know? Yeah, that's what I wonder too, Henry. The show's budget is an issue. There's too many characters. So I'm just thinking like, okay, wait, why not just kill off a whole bunch of characters, minor characters, just clean house, get rid of all this fat. The Walking Dead is fat. There's too many characters right now in all the shows. In Fear, in the main show. So just trim the fat. I mean, seriously. Wait, the party was also in the train station? I didn't even notice. Yeah, it was, Henry. The party that Pamela had in episode 10 with her friends and that Tyler Davis took Max hostage in, it was in the train station. Go back and look. It was all there. It's super funny. It's funny when you notice it.
And also, what happened to that Tyler Davis guy?
This wasn't confirmed.
Oh, he died off camera.
Oh,
given to the CRM Epic. It wasn't confirmed, but my gut, you know how I always go with my gut. He was given to the CRM because, like with Connie, Pamela wanted him out of the way. Because in this labor camp, the characters, the survivors have a chance to go back to the Commonwealth, but they have to work their debt or whatever. But Tyler and Connie, they were about to, well, Tyler was sent to the CRM because Pamela didn't want him ever again in the community because of what he did at the party. And the same thing with Connie. She was trying to sell Connie to the CRM. They didn't confirm it, but I know that's what it is.
Me personally,
on second thought, I mean, not to cut nobody off. On second thought, I'm wondering in my mind, like, what if Connie actually got kidnapped by the CRM? What if that actually happened?
I mean, here's the thing, Walker Dead. I don't want it to happen because here's the thing, Connie. Here's one thing. One, Connie would not be a good zombie. Like, here's the thing. I don't want her to die. I don't want Connie to die. If she's given to the CRM, she will die. You know, Rick was like the only person given to the CRM by probably anyone and didn't actually die to become a test subject. You know, because it's very rare for people to get sent to the CRM and become a bee, like Jada said. Bees, you know, are assets. Like Hope, her dad, Rick, you know, bees are rare. You know what I mean? In the CRM. They mostly want test subjects. Henry says the Commonwealth has been around for like 12 years. They have 50,000 people. They have labor, materials, land said. Do they not build new structures for their city? No, they don't, Henry. Apparently not, because Pamela is cheap. She's apparently cheap. Josh.
Just like AMC is cheap.
Yeah. Joshua says Judith is a great fighter with her gun and sword. I agree with that, Joshua. She is, but there's certain things. Judith, though, is still out of her league. Judith could not fight the CRM. Like, no way. You know, Henry says, will Tyler Davis appear in the Rick and Michonne series? I think it's possible, Henry. I think maybe as a walker in the testing facility. But yeah, like, he's gone. You know what I mean? Like he's dead. Like, he's a walker now. You know what I mean? In the testing facility. DeRose says, who's the top 3 best hand-to-hand fighters in The Walking Dead? For me, it's Jesus, Morgan, and Brandon Carver. That is a good question, DeRosa. Hand-to-hand fighters, I would have to say
Daryl.
Daryl's up
Rosita.
there. Here's the thing. I think Daryl's better than Morgan. I think Daryl, I would say Paul Monroe, Brandon, and Daryl. Like, you know what I mean? Because Daryl, here's the thing. Morgan is good with the stick. But here's the thing. You take Morgan's stick away, and he's terrible at fighting. You know? Like, Daryl, though, He can fight with his crossbow. He can fight with whatever. You know, he can fight with his fingers. He can fight with a machete. Daryl is too good hand to hand. Like Daryl is fantastic hand to hand. Morgan though, he's just a guy with his
it's like you said, Brian. Daryl's a god.
Oh yeah, I did say that. Yeah, Daryl is. Yeah, he's a god in The Walking Dead. I would say Daryl, Paul Monroe, and Brandon, the Reaper. DeRosa says Stormtroopers versus Commonwealth soldiers. DeRosa, it is a tie because they would just keep shooting at each other and never actually hitting one another. Like that thing from that movie where these two characters kept shooting each other and they empty their ammo because they're such bad shots. I don't know what it's called though.
And again, that's another issue I had with episode 20. Okay, like when they go to Lance's cell and they find, when they go to let Lance out of his cell and they escape, then all of a sudden the Commonwealth soldiers start shooting at Daryl. They are terrible shots. They can't even hit Daryl.
Yeah, they are. Henry says Beta, but Beta got beaten up by a 99-pound woman. Yeah, I agree. Beta, here's the thing. Beta is strong, but he's not versatile in a fight. He's really bad in quickness in a fight. That's why Daryl got him, because Daryl's smarter than Beta. If even Daryl is smarter than you in a fight, or, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you're kind of, Beta was not really the smartest tool in the shed. Let's just say that. Joshua says, do you think Alicia is a better fighter than Carol? Yes. Here's the thing. I think Carol is done better, as a survivor, because they just ruined Alicia. But I think in terms of who's stronger, yes, I think Alicia is stronger than Carol. Carol's getting old.
But I mean, Carol killed Lance.
Yeah, I'm saying that in terms of hand to hand. If Alicia and Carol were fighting hand to hand, I think Alicia will win. I think Alicia is stronger than Carol. She's quicker. She's Carol is awesome as a fighter, but in terms of hand to hand, no. She kind of struggles with that. Well, not beat, but she held her own. Oh yeah, that's true. You talking about Gamma? Maybe. Is a gun barrel a good weapon? Yeah, it can be. It's not good for chopping off a limb, but it's a good weapon. I assume. Hey guys, just to let you guys know, by the way, I just want to thank you all so much for stopping by, still talking with me, because we are an hour and 7 minutes now. The stream health is still excellent, and I just thank God that we don't have the problems like we used to, because I think this is really working now, with my streams, doing it like this. Morales versus Scott hand to hand. I'm giving it to Scott. Morales is, Morales loses. Henry says, I love Negan way more, but in real life, Simon would have won that fight, Yeah. I kind of agree. Walker Dead says, top best fighters, in my opinion, the show. Rosita, Jesus, and Daryl.
Abraham.
Abraham he's strong, but I don't know how much. That's the thing. I wonder how. Here's the thing. When we say fighter, do we mean soldier? Do we mean hand to hand? What are we talking about here? Because we kind of have to involve how quick is that person, how strong is that person, here's the thing. TV show Tyrese, he is strong. He was a strong guy. But in terms of killing the person, he's terrible at that. TV show Tyrese is a terrible fighter because he can't fight people. So, he won't kill people. So that seriously handicaps him as a fighter.
I'm sure reboot series Tyrese could, though.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Hold on, guys. The chat. Daryl's one of the best. He's a god. He's a god in The Walking Dead. Paul Rovia, he was one of the best. He got killed because of the writing. The actor wanted to leave, but also he just couldn't expect a whisperer. You know what I mean? That was just a rare moment. Rosita, though, I don't think Rosita is one of the best fighters Walker Dead, in my personal opinion, but I respect your opinion. It's just me, I'm thinking, I don't know. She's a great fighter, but she is limited. You know what I mean? Rosita's, you know what I mean? There's a lot Rosita doesn't have. You know what I mean? Like she stood her ground against Dante, but Dante wasn't much of a fighter. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so that's kind of why I don't think
Well, I
Rosita.
mean, she was struggling a little bit against Dante.
Yeah, and he wasn't much of a fighter. Now Daryl though, Daryl would have killed Dante instantly, in my personal opinion. So yeah, that's kind of why I don't see why she's on the list. Walker Dead says, do you think April from the Commonwealth died too soon? The Walking Dead main show, kind of Walker Dead. I think it would have been cool to see her survive, but I still like this whole story where they're like her parents want to get justice, and I'll see where that goes for now. And I guess like I don't know. I thought she had a cool name, and I'm like, oh, April, that's a cool name for a character. Maybe she's gonna last a while. And then it's like, no. And I'm like, oh, why'd you give her a cool name then?
I do find it interesting how like she's the second character in this franchise that was named after a month. Obviously, Fear the Walking Dead, you have June. Fear the Walking Dead, you got June, and then we got April in season 11. You know.
Yeah. DeRosa says, yes, the stream is great. That's awesome, DeRosa. I'm just so glad that my laptop is no longer possessed. I'm just so glad that we've moved past this. What if Scott kills Pamela and takes over the Commonwealth? That would explain why everyone leaves for the spin-offs, DeRosa, because seriously, Scott being the leader of the Commonwealth. Oh my goodness, that'd be so funny. Joshua says, Alicia with one arm could not beat Beta. I agree with that, Joshua. Alicia, I don't think she would not win. DeRosa says Glenn was an underrated fighter. I agree. Glenn was a great fighter, but he definitely was limited in terms of killing. If he had to kill people, because that was a bit of an issue. He is a really good fighter, but one of the best. I can't put Glenn there. As much as I love Glenn, my favorite character, I can't put him as one of the best fighters. Because we've seen like amazing fighters in the show who don't go back. Henry says Carver was super skilled. A fight with him and Jesus would have been super close. Fight definitely. Yeah, Carver and Paul would have been amazing. Walker Dead, will you check out my season 1 review of Tales of the Walking Dead? I don't know, Walker Dead. Like I said, I mean, I might have already done it, but honestly, like to me, I just don't really care. But if I check it out, I'll let you know. You know what I mean? DeRosa says Rosita, being a great fighter, is forced to be honest. Here's the thing. I think Rosita has earned being a really great fighter. But in the top, that's where I'm kind of like, I don't think so. Like, Rosita's been in wars. She's tough. I will say that. But one of the best, yeah, she would not beat Daryl or Brandon or Paul. You know what I mean? Like, she's not... Rosita's not that good hand-to-hand. She's decent hand-to-hand, but would have gone? Oh, yeah, Rosita's amazing. Could you imagine Alicia versus Commonwealth? I don't know. I mean, good question, Josh. I mean, Alicia and Strand, they destroyed the tower. They killed, 200 people together? And the Commonwealth's, 100 people visually? So, maybe Alicia could take down the Commonwealth, you know? Oh, wow, we got a lot from Henry. Will a fight go down during the trial? Because the Comic-Con trailer, we see Gunn going to the train station. Yes, Henry. Daryl's going to crash. He's going to pull out Rick's Cold Python, and he's going to crash the trial. He's going to aim his gun at Pamela and try to kill her. We know that's happening. We saw in the trailer. They're crashing Eugene's trial. It's happening. I feel like Dante should have been able to beat Gabriel, but it was a surprise attack and he had a knife, so I understand. Yeah, if it was a fair fight, Dante would have won. But Gabriel got the drop on him, so, he won. We need to see Virgil again. Doesn't he have Rick's CRM information? Sort of, Henry. He knows with Judith that Michonne went to go look for Rick, but he doesn't know anything about the CRM for what I know. Honestly, Virgil's just a useless character. He should have died in episode 6, in the Connie episode. He should have died. Like, Virgil sucks. He got better, though, in season 11, but he still sucks. Walker Dead, Scott should have been a Pike victim in Walking Dead main show instead of Frankie or Addie, honestly. Yeah, they should have killed off Scott. The fact that he survived and gave that one line After the Pikes, Judith, come on. Really, AMC? You had him survive the Pikes to give that line? Ugh. I hate him with every fiber of my being. Like, oh my goodness. Did you see what the new character is supposed to be in Tales? That's fake news, Henry. That was a fake article. Dwayne, Tyrese, all these other characters, they're not going to be in season 2 of Tales because that was a fake article. Epic says, hey Brian, who's the worst character in season 11 so far? Who is the worst character in season 11? I'm gonna have to think about this, Epic. Great question. Darn, who's the worst character? Let me just think. Okay, so like, character introduced or character like overall? You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean by that, Epic? Do you mean character in this show, like from any season, or do you mean character that was introduced in season 11? Like what do you mean by that, Epic? Okay. Let's see. Who's the worst character? Mercer should be in charge. Mercer is a good military man, but he's not a politician. I don't know if he could be a leader per se. He can lead soldiers, but leading a community, don't know yet. Don't worry, Virgil won't exist. And okay, awesome. Yeah, Virgil sucks. Hey Brian, I heard a rumor that David from Tales was his brother. That's possible, Epic, but the thing is that I don't see how David can be the same age as Heath, like 13, 15 years after Heath was taken by the CRM. Like, to me, that's kind of pushing it. I'm like, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, okay, they look similar, but it's like, okay, they're black, but does that really mean they're brothers? I don't assume people are related just because they're the same race or whatever. I don't know who brought up that idea, but it's just like, I just don't see it. DeRosa, Scott, come on, Judith. Yeah. I mean, come on, really? We need a governor episode for Tales. We did, DeRosa. We should have gotten an episode of the governor, but instead, we get Karens in The Walking Dead. You know, we get, not Heath. You know, it's like, come on, AMC. I'll always love and support Lauren Cohan. Lauren Cohan will always be Maggie Green to me. I agree with that, Walker Dead. Lauren Cohan is amazing as Maggie. I didn't like so much with season 11 Maggie, but I'm liking her again. Mercer versus Brandon Carver. Ooh, that would have been a good fight. I have no idea. I got nothing. Introduced in season 11. Okay. That is tricky, Epic, because season 11 characters. I enjoy Lance. I enjoy Pamela. Max, not terrible, but I do think she could have been better. Maybe wait, Pope. I think Pope. I'm gonna say Pope now. Because yeah, he sucked. Pope sucked. Oh wow, Henry says Pope. Oh, good call, man. I love that. Loving TV Mercer. Yeah, I like TV Mercer too. I just wish she was in more episodes. It's weird that in episode 20 and 21 we don't get to see Mercer.
Super Mario.
Yeah, Super Mario. Epic, what's good? Who would you consider S tier characters? Great question, DeRosa. S tier characters are like, I think I did that. I did a Walking Dead tier list. I would say like Maggie, Carol, maybe Judith, Glenn, like Dog, Connie, like, you know what I mean? Like characters where they haven't, even if they haven't been around in a long time, like I love them. You know what I mean? Walker Dead says, yeah, go ahead, Epic.
Like, for me, I'd say the worst character in season 11, again, you know, for me, has to be Sebastian Milton.
Really? Sebastian? I didn't think he was that bad. I mean, he was annoying, absolutely. But I kind of like what they did with him in the show. Like, honestly. I just feel like Pope was the worst character, maybe.
Well, I mean, if not Sebastian, maybe Leah.
Let's see, David and Heath in the walk. Oh, sorry, Epic. I'm just trying to read the chat. Heath and David are twins. I don't see how that works, Walker Dead, because their age, they're like 13 years age difference, so they can't be twins technically. I didn't watch Tales, so Brian, tell me, did Terry Crews' character die? No, I heard that Terry Crews' character Joe did not die. DeRosa says Virgil is a very weak character. I agree, DeRosa. He's weak. So who will win the fight, Beta or Sebastian? Beta. Walker Dead. Pope is Mario from Super Smash Bros. Yeah. Oh, Walker Dead. That's not true. Mario is a way better character than Pope. Yeah, I take Mario way more seriously than Pope. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. DeRosa, you say he put Dog in S tier. Well, I'm just going by off memory, DeRosa. I don't remember. I had an S tier for Walking Dead characters. I did a tier list, but I was thinking, I thought maybe Dog was in there, maybe not. He was maybe A. It's been a while. I don't really remember. But yes, I did a tier list. Max Mercer, in my opinion, is the worst character, season 11. Virgil is the worst. Lily, useless. I agree. I'm not getting used to Alicia not being in Fear the Walking Dead universe anymore. And the Walking Dead universe anymore. Yeah. Alicia's gone from Fear, so I'm not watching. Like, what's the point of watching Fear? What if the governor was in charge of the Commonwealth? The Commonwealth, I don't know if it would still be running, but it would be a lot more competent. I will say that. Mario is the next god of the Walking Dead TV series. We shall see. Henry says Pope is like 6 years old. All they had to do was trip him and he wouldn't be getting up. Yeah, Pope was just pathetic. I mean, he couldn't fight. He couldn't do anything. DeRosa says Virgil going to...
I definitely agree. Like, Pope is so pathetic that Leah literally stabs him in the neck and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like that. Like, pathetic. Virgil is going to get the Commonwealth high. Yeah, there goes one of the last cities in America from the zombie apocalypse. Virgil, he's just gonna try to remind people what they did in the past and what could have been and this and that. Yeah. I'm so glad that whole Virgil thing was done. I hated that episode. Like, seriously. Hey guys, I already sent it, but we got a couple minutes left, like 5-10 minutes, and I am going to be ending the stream, just to let you all know. Yeah, go ahead, Epic.
Like, do you still consider Michonne's exit like one of the worst episodes?
Yeah, it's season 10. Michonne's episode. It's not I don't think it's as bad as We Are the End of the World, but it's really bad. Like, it's really close. It might be the second worst episode in season 10 because it just doesn't make any sense to me. That Michonne is finding this place and she's getting drugged by this random guy, and Virgil, like, literally finds out his family died, and it's like, dude, you've been here for what, ever? Like, how'd you not know your family was here and they died? Like, just a whole bunch of things don't make sense to me. Why did Virgil leave his island? Like, I forgot so much of that, honestly. It makes no sense. Walker Dead says, honestly glad Alicia Denham Carey left Fear, and definitely looking forward to Lost Flowers, Alicia Hart, and Saint X with Alicia Denham Carey. Yeah, I need to watch those when they come out. Yeah, Henry says we need Oceanside reveal next episode. We can't hold it off any longer. It was ridiculous 2 episodes ago. I agree, Henry. I want them to confirm that Oceanside was given to the CRM. It's just ridiculous. Walker Dead Phoenix says TV Michonne sucked, in my opinion. I mean, I don't like what they did with Michonne at the end. I think Michonne was great. Season 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 was a little bit weird. 9, before Rick was taken, I'm like, okay, I kind of like, I do like what they're doing with Michonne. But then after the time skip, I'm like, I don't like this new Michonne. Like, I don't know. It just, do you prefer Michonne in season 9 or 10? That's tough, Josh, because I preferred Michonne before the time skip in season 9, but then the whole time skip happened, and I don't know. Then season 10, it's really hard to say, honestly, because season 9 and 10 Michonne are like almost the same, honestly. Aaron might die. I think that's possible, Henry, but I don't see that happening because Aaron is a big character, and I don't see the show really doing that per se.
Walker Dead.
I always support Alicia Dead. Carry me too.
Do you have any thoughts and opinions on what Brian's saying?
Yeah. I definitely see what he is saying, and I do agree. Like, hey, there's some things that could have been handled better, but I mean, it is what it is, and here's why I mention that. Here's why I bring that up. There's 3 episodes of The Walking Dead left. However, I will point this out. I feel like there are questions that are not getting answered. Like, for example, the whole thing with the CRM. Like, what's going on there? Where are the missing characters? Like, what happened to them? Like what's going on? Like, spill the beans. Like, because there's like 3 episodes left. Literally, 3 episodes.
Yeah, there's 3 episodes left, and Shira's missing. Magna has been missing a while. Princess is kind of missing too, honestly. Mercer has been missing for a few episodes. Oceanside is all missing. Virgil, Scott, Barbara, Diane is missing. Dog is missing. Like, these are a lot of characters that are missing. I'm like, I just hope the show introduces them again, because I'm like, yeah.
Well, technically, Dog's not missing, because Daryl was like, oh, they captured, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, like, what are they trying to say? I mean, this is my question. I'm like, what are they trying to say is... Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, what are they trying to say? That... Yeah, like, what are they trying to say? That Dog just got kidnapped? I'm like, okay, how? How did the character get kidnapped?
Well,
no,
off screen.
Apparently, he didn't get kidnapped. He got captured by the Sierra. I don't know, it was dumb.
No, it was the Commonwealth, but yeah. Hold on. DeRosa says, Scott talking to Pamela, if you aren't going to lead the Commonwealth, I will. Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen, because I then say Daryl pulls the revolver out and shoots him. That would be hilarious. I would burst out laughing if that happened. Walker Dead, if you were able to kill a Walking Dead villain, who would it be? Okay, what do you mean by that, Walker Dead? Do you mean like Strand? Like, or do you mean main show villain? Because right now, I mean, I would just, I guess, kill Pamela or the Warden. Like, there's not many villains left. And like, you know what I mean? Like, most of the villains are already dead. Leah's the worst villain, and Leah is a worse villain than Strand was. Honestly, I feel like Strand was worse, in my personal opinion, but just barely. The Russ says Scott is going to get comics right. You heard it here first. Yes. And instead of being shocked, the characters are just gonna clap. Yes, thank you, Daryl. Thank you for getting rid of that waste of space. Henry says, what do you think will happen to characters who will live that aren't in the spin-offs? Eugene, Gabriel, Mercer, etc. Do you think they will show up in the spin-off? Great question, Henry. I think they will show up in Rick and Michonne spin-off in the last couple episodes to help them fight against the CRM with the Commonwealth, kind of thing. But I think, yeah, I think the characters who aren't getting spin-offs, they're being saved for that. Isn't Strand still alive? Yeah, but he shouldn't be. I miss Martha said no, nobody ever. Yeah, nobody misses Martha. Terrible villain. Yeah, hey guys, just letting you know, got a couple of minutes left, and that's it. So if you guys want to get any last-minute questions, this is your chance now, because we are hitting the hour-and-a-half mark. And yeah, thank you guys so much. We are almost done with the stream. Strand was a scumbag. I agree, DeRosa. Yeah, go ahead, Epic.
Like, me personally, if I was in the Walking Dead universe or in Fear, if I saw Strand, I would shoot him in the head immediately.
Yeah, I would never forgive him. If I was one of the characters in the group, I would just kill Strand, because what he did was unforgivable. Joshua says, do you like the Morgan and Alicia scenes in all of season 4, 5, 6, and 7? Yes and no, Joshua. I like the scenes with Morgan and Alicia in season 4, season 5, parts of season 6, sort of. Not really the ones in season 7. I think 4, 5, and 6, but not 7.
Brian.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, me personally, speaking of Morgan, especially, like, I can't stand that character anymore. I cannot stand Morgan at all. I think he's one, because of season 7, he is a trash leader. He is just, I can't stand him.
Yeah. I agree. Sorry, I was just thinking this thing. This was funny.
Yeah.
DeRosa says, what if Morgan got high by Virgil? And I just made a joke. Morgan high. I am clear. Oh my goodness, he would so say that. I meant if you were to kill a Walking Dead villain in a TV series, who would it be? I mean, like if I was a survivor, um, that is tough. It has to be a scumbag. It has to be someone who's just vile, sick. Gosh, who's? You know what, Jared? I'll go with Jared. I would paint. I would paint. I would paint the room with his blood. Yeah. Miss Virginia.
It's funny because, well, knowing Epic, knowing you and Epic, you two would definitely tag team in killing that guy.
Yeah. Do you miss Virginia? I do not. I would have just pushed Pope down a flight of stairs. Yep. What if Virgil was the main character? I would hate that, DeRosa. Nobody will watch the show. All right, guys. I'm calling it now. The stream is going to be ending now. I want to thank you all so much. And guys, please check out this Wednesday is the season 4 premiere of my series, my personal series, The Walking Dead Extinction Season 4. It is premiering this Wednesday, so I hope to see you guys there for my next video, and I hope you guys can check it out because, I worked very hard in the season. I hope you all enjoy it, and after that, I will see you guys next week for the next episode, of The Walking Dead main show. Really quick, Joshua says the only good characters in Fear, Alicia, Dwight, Sherry. I agree. Jared's acting was top notch. I agree. Still a terrible character. What do you mean you don't like Virginia? I didn't like Virginia as a villain, Joshua. I thought she was boring. Yeah, go ahead, Epic. Last comment.
Like one more thing. Okay, like again, the main reason why I can't stand Jared in season 7, like again, it didn't make any sense. Okay, you hate Richard. Like, why not kill Richard on the spot? Why are you gonna just shoot to the side and shoot Ben?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. It's literally like you literally wanted to kill him from day one. Why shoot somebody else? Even that's out of character. What about Gareth?
Yeah.
Gareth is a close one, Henry. Gareth is a close one. I would not show mercy on Gareth. Yeah. Walker Dead, do you have a last minute question you want to
Yes, nothing, George. Yes, I do have a last minute question. My last minute question is, my last minute question is, in your opinion, which characters you believe were done dirty in the Walking Dead main show in past seasons? Like, which characters, in your opinion, were done dirty?
Oh, I mean, there's way too many. I mean, okay, you said later seasons, so I'm not going to include the beginning characters like Andrea and this and that.
Uh-huh.
But I guess I can say, if I can add Carl, I would add Carl. But characters done dirty. I really don't know because I kind of think the show, from what the characters they have kind of been doing a decent job. As far as characters they have kind of failed on, they definitely failed on Magna, though. I will say that. They failed on Magna, and Luke. Like, they should have done more with that. But as far as, like, I don't think it's like, I don't think in the last couple of seasons we've had, like, a Carl or Andrea moment. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we've had that bad in a couple seasons, sort of thing. Yeah, man. All right. Thanks for your question, guys. I will be leaving. I think Negan is going to get tons of screen time last episodes. I think so too. If you were in Tails, what would you do? I would leave the show. Lance, my boy, should have lasted longer, I agree. I think Lance should have lasted longer. But if his death works for the story, we'll see. All right, guys. That's going to be it. I'm calling it right now for the stream. No more questions, please. Thank you all so much. This was so much fun. And, have a great night. God bless. And I'll see you all next week for the next episode for Faith, actually, episode 23, the third last episode of the Walking Dead main show. And like I said, guys, if you can, please check out Extinction this Wednesday. It'll mean so much to me. And yeah, guys, I hope you all take care. Yeah, bye, Josh. Thank you so much for coming. This was a lot of fun. Man, take care, guys. This was awesome. Thank you guys so much. I will see you all next time. Yeah, take care, guys, and have a good night.